back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Linda and I'm your go-to coach for all things family finances and wealth building. So if you haven't yet, click that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss our weekly tips on raising money smart families. Now, April is Financial Literacy Month, and this month we want to look at how do we grow, how do we support the financial literacy skills of all the members of our families. So in as much as we are working to grow our own financial literacy skills, we want to see, are there ways we can support the other members of our families, from the very young ones to the old ones, in also being able to grow their financial literacy skills. So we'll start with the young ones, let's say age 2 to 6 years, yeah? Now, these tips I'm sharing them from my experience as a mother. I would love to hear yours as well. I have 3, so these are things that we have gone through, some we are still going through, and I find them useful. So I'll share, and I'll also share feedback on how it's been for us as we go through this journey of growing the financial literacy skills of my young ones. Now, for age 2 to 6, the first tip I would say is let them use their senses to learn about money, yeah? Because kids at this age are like sponges, and they learn best through touching, through sight, using their senses. And because nowadays, I think because money has become very digital, we have to be very intentional in helping our kids understand physical money, not your ATM card, but physical money, from the notes to the coins. Let them see, let them touch the physical money so that they can be able to differentiate it from other things. So I have this note, and this note is money. This other one is just a normal piece of paper. So what is the difference? When I get to feel, slowly they start being able to differentiate the two. So some of the things that we can do, very simple, practical things that we can do at home, is give them real coins and real notes. Yeah, under supervision. It's not theirs, just give them to try out, and then let them feel the texture, the weight, as well as they grow older and they're learning how to the numbers and everything. You can show them a 5-shilling coin, a 10-shilling coin, which one is heavier, which is lighter, what's written on this one, what's written on this other one, do they have different colors? It's very simple things, but this creates a very good foundation for them. One, they are learning that money is not something that is taboo, that we should not be talking about, right? And they're free to ask questions. When they're this young, we've said they're like sponges, but they're also very good with questions. So you get to understand their level of understanding when it comes to money and the value of money. You can also try comparison, maybe take some coins and take some bottle tops and ask them, so which one of this is money? So you're also getting to see their level of understanding of differentiating between the two. Now, in all this, and these are very simple ways that you can try at home, in all this, what we are trying to do is, one, to help our kids have a very good foundation when it comes to knowing what money is, understanding the value of money, and also being able to talk about money. Yeah, we're trying to break that cycle where money conversations are a taboo. We want to start talking about money in a fun way with our children. So even as they grow older, they don't see anything that is so strange about, us conversing about money. Yeah, so that's the first tip. Now, my other tip in getting our 2 to 6-year-olds to grow their financial literacy skills is getting them to understand about giving. Sharing is caring. Not scary, sharing is caring. A healthy relationship with money isn't just about saving and spending. It's also about giving. When we teach our kids, we get them to practice kindness, to practice generosity and gratitude at a very early age, and this allows them to grow into compassionate and financially responsible adults. Yeah, and that's what we want for our children. Now, some of the ways that you can be able to do this is allow them to be able to choose what they would want to donate in terms of the clothes, the toys, and at times also from the money that they've been able to save, to put some aside and donate that for those in need, right? The other bit is when it comes to maybe when you go to church or you're going somewhere and there's a call for donations in terms of offertory, let the children be the one, give them something small, let them be the one to take it there and explain to them that, we are putting this together, everyone is taking a little bit of what they have, and and that money will be pulled together and help those ones who are in need. And I think of essence is that we talk about the reasons behind the giving, the reasons behind the sharing, so that they can also now start to identify and see that we are doing this because of one or two reasons, and that will make them keep at it even as they grow older. The key lesson for me when it comes to getting our children to understand the value of giving, not just saving and spending, is it shows them that money is not just for personal gain. We can use it as a tool to make a difference in this world. Now, my third tip is getting our children to understand that spending is okay. Now, believe me, one of the best money lessons a child can learn early is that spending is okay. Some of us grew up afraid to spend money, and now we've become hoarders. Now, spending money is fine. Money is meant to be spent, but it's meant to be spent wisely. That is the key lesson that we need to be able to pass on to our children. Now, how do we do this? One is when you're out shopping, and I know we don't carry them out with us shopping because of all the drama that comes with the experience, but when you do that once in a while, do let them be the ones to hand over the cash to the cashier, and let them see that exchange happening. You're paying by cash, you're given some change, and as you leave, you're leaving with these things that you have bought. Yeah. And then you also get to explain to them that you are spending this money for things that you need. We are buying food because we need food in the house to be able to eat. Well, so the next time they're asking for a toy or something that they want, you allow them the freedom to be able to choose. We're like, okay, so then do you want this or this one if you're going to buy for them? So then now they start learning how to be able to make decisions around spending money. Key, as I've said, is to get the children to understand that yes, it's okay to spend money, but you're spending money on things that you need. Yeah, we're not just spending money on anything. It's okay for them to know that money comes and goes, but we need to be able to use it at the right time and for the right things. Yeah. So from all this, our children get to understand that spending money is normal. There's nothing to fear. It helps them to also start making choices about how they would spend money when they get. Those are my tips when it comes to getting our children to grow their financial literacy skills, our 2 to 6 year olds in our families. I know you'd be able to identify with some of them. Maybe some of them you're already putting them into practice. If you are, for the new ones, do try them out and then share and let us know how it's going for you. Remember, when we think about how to get our kids to understand about money, or when you think about money and our children, it's not about how we're going to make them rich, how we're going to make them wealthy. It needs to be how can we help them build a healthy and confident relationship with money, because that is how they'll be able to sustain it for life. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, so that you can be able to keep updated on family finances.